I haven't seen you for about a year. I've got to congratulate you on what you're doing. You're getting better as a boxer. You're still heavily addicted, aren't you?
Yeah, for sure. I love the progress. I love being in the gym, and it's where I feel at home. So I need the sport of boxing to exist.
I go back in the days of covering Mike Tyson's career. That's how old I am, unfortunately. I'm older than him. What have you made of people critiquing the fact that you're beating up an old guy who was once a legend in boxing, or still a legend, but was a kind of almost one of the most dangerous fighters of all time?
Well, I think it's disrespectful to Mike first and foremost, and then I would say to them to get into the ring with him, and then I would say if Mike wants to fight, then Mike's gonna fight, and if he wants to fight and he wants to make it a pro fight, then okay, I want to fight Mike Tyson. That's legendary. It's an honor to be in the ring with him, and if he wants to and he wants the fight to be a pro fight, okay, then let's do it. So you look at his training videos, you look at him on the mitts, you look at him in person. He has a 30-pound weight advantage. He's giant strong. So people can say what they want about it, but they're still going to watch.
Because you're going to go down. I've seen your videos. You're going to stay at about 200, 205 to have that fight, aren't you?
I'm probably going to be like 225.
Oh, you'll be bigger, will you?
Yeah.
Bridger.
Slightly bigger, yeah.
You're here at an MMA event today. France and Ghana, Renan Ferreira, massive event, almost like crossover champions. Will we ever see you in MMA? I saw you called out Masvidal and Diaz the other day. Do you want to have a go at it in maybe a hybrid form?
For sure. Either one of those two names would be great. I think Nate Diaz realized there's too big of a risk to fight me in MMA and potentially lose. So I'm down. It's just about finding the right name and the right time. Right now my focus is Mike Tyson on November 15th, but I've been saying since day one that I would do an MMA fight. I need to do it. It's something I personally just want to try out and train for. And I think it's going to be super, super entertaining. We just need the right name.
Will you be nervous going in? Mike's played it he's been very avuncular towards you so far. He's acted like your uncle. He hasn't got into you in a hard way. You guys seem to fully respect each other. Is there any fear that he's going to I think he's probably got about 4 minutes to do you. Yeah? And obviously, like all the old guys, we want him to do you. Yeah? We want him to properly do you.
No, and
I'm not going to be biased
4 minutes. 4 minutes is a long time, So anything can happen in 4 minutes. But no, yeah. I mean, I get the old guard and old people want to see me lose. And that's
You're calling us old people.
Yes, you called yourself old. But at the end of the day, that's what makes this fight interesting is the two generations coming together. And I think 30 years and older want Mike Tyson. I think like 25 and younger want me to win, and so that's what makes it very interesting. But at the end of the day, the power is the last thing to go. So at the end of the day, I have to be super alert, super sharp throughout the whole fight, because if he hits me with one of those Mike Tyson punches,
combination.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It could end. It's a very risky and dangerous fight. He's the best boxer I've been in there with, the most experience, the best record, all of the above.
And are you still ambitious to be a world champion in the sport as well?
Yeah, 100%. That's why I'm here. And
Cruiser, Bridger?
Cruiser.
That's
why I'm still here in the sport, still motivated, still training hard. And at the end of the day, when I do become world champion, then everyone can shut the fuck up and they won't have anything else to say. The critiques, it will echo away, and no one will listen anymore because of me becoming a world champion. What can anyone say at the end of the day when that happens? And I'm sure they'll still find something, but that's what I'm here to do, and to create the greatest sports story in the history of sports, the most relatable one. It's cool to be 6'7" and jump 40 inches and go to the NBA, but I want to be an example to the kids out there that in 6 years I can go from zero, not knowing what a right cross is, to becoming a world champion. And I should be the example for other people out there that if they start something, in 6 years' time, they can become the best at it.
You're very successful across many platforms. I always call you a promotional genius, and I think you are. But is it the fight game that's changed your life the most in your whole entire kind of adult existence?
Absolutely. 100%. Fighting gave me everything. It allowed me to step away from YouTube and doing that whole crazy Los Angeles world and to figure out who I was, to check my ego at the door in the gym, the space and time to mature, and something to fight for, purpose. And all of those things are what have made me the man I am today, and I owe boxing everything.
Couple of very quick ones. Anthony Joshua, Daniel Dubois, you'll be watching at December the 21st at Wembley Stadium. Are you coming?
I will not be there. I don't think so,
You'll be in camp. You got a winner there?
I think Joshua. I think we saw shades of the old Joshua in his last training camp and then leading up to fighting Francis, and now I believe he's going to bring that old Joshua into this fight, and he has a lot to prove, but I'm very excited for that one. I love Daniel Dubois as well, but I've just got to go with Anthony Joshua.
And what about the rematch between Tyson Fury and Alexander Usyk on December the 21st in Riyadh? How do you see that one?
It's going to be tough, man.
Did you see Usyk winning the first one?
Yeah.
You had him winning?
Yeah, for sure. It was a very, very close fight. I thought
Agreed.
the last round is what swung it, I believe. But Tyson does, what Tyson does in rematches when there's a chip on his shoulder. I think he comes back and wants
all about that.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, he's going to come back, I think, harder than ever, but so will Usyk. And so it's going to be another close fight, I believe. I think Tyson just needed to let his hands go. He kind of stopped throwing.
I thought he was hammering him 7 rounds in.
Exactly.
Well, I was sitting press row, Jake, and we were all going, he's going to stop him in a minute.
Yeah.
And then, but Usyk's that brilliant second part of, it's what makes him brilliant and makes him great. He's got that engine and that mindset for the second half of a fight, a championship fight. He's done it his whole career.
Yeah. No, and he's brilliant. That's the GOAT right now. Really the GOAT. And shout out to the January 17th babies, Usyk, Ali, but
are you January the 17th as well then?
Yes.
Are you as well?
Yes.
Ali and Usyk and you.
Yes.
That's a great triumvirate, if I can use that word.
And Customato as well.
Really?
Yeah. Pretty crazy.
Do you go around checking who's born on that day then quite a lot? Or
no, honestly, I just, as a kid, when I was 7 years old, I Googled who was on my birthday, and I saw Muhammad Ali, and that's when I became a fan of him.
You were destined for greatness from that day onwards.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So excited. I think Tyson will probably come back stronger, but most likely Usyk will as well.
Brilliant. It's great to see you, as always, sir.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you.
Good to see you.
On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.